everyone. Welcome to Feed and Grain Chat. I'm your guest host, Jackie Remke, Editor-in-Chief of Watts Feed Brands. This edition of Feed and Grain Chat is brought to you by Watt Global Media and feedandgrain.com. Feedandgrain.com is your source for the latest news, products, and equipment information for the grain handling and feed manufacturing industries. Today, we're joined on Zoom by Elise Schafer, editor of Feed and Grain magazine. As the typical host of Feed and Grain Chat, she normally does the asking, but today she's joining me to share an update about Feed and Grain's Industry Resource Guide, formerly known as the Showcase issue. Hi, Elise. How are you today?
Hi, Jackie. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Let's get right into it. What was the Showcase issue? Tell us a little bit about Showcase and why the move to rename it.
Yeah, well, Feed and Grain's Showcase issue was what we called our printed buyer's guide for roughly 50 years. And it was meant to be a wish book of sorts, or a Christmas catalog for grain handling and feed mill facility managers. It would come out every December, and it was really inspired by the showcase windows that you would see at a department store, decorated with toys and tools and appliances. So that concept is what led to the Showcase issue, because it featured hundreds of product listings and equipment and services with large pictures and descriptions. Now, today, our buyer's guide is synonymous with the online buyer's guide, which gives users everything in the printed edition in the digital format. So it puts it in users' hands in their phones or their tablets or at their desktop. And really, the buyer's journey starts there for most people today, whether it's consumers or commercial grain industry and feed manufacturing purposes. So that was one reason for the change. And the other reason was to better reflect the full range and the wide scope of directories that is included in the Industry Resource Guide. It's not only products, but we have a product service directory, we have a millwrights guide, and we also have a company directory, in addition to all of the products that you see in Industry Resource Guide.
Well, thank you so much for the explanation. Now, what new features can readers expect to see in the first Industry Resource Guide?
What's new in this year's Industry Resource Guide is the top products list, which will be an exciting feature of about 15 to 20 of the most engaged products that we have on our online buyer's guide. Now, using digital metrics, we actually have the data to support the products, equipment, and services that people are coming to feedandgrain.com to find more information on. And this special feature will include product images, a description, as well as company information and a URL link directly to the product listing online. We're also introducing QR codes this year to each of our title pages, so readers can scan the print version and pull up that category on their phone or their tablet and explore not only the products that were in print, but also similar products, equipment, and services that you'll only find online. And also, we did redesign our millwrights guide recently to include regional map, vibrant colors, and beautiful illustrations, so readers can really easily find their state and location, so they can look up millwrights to get the services that they need done on their mills and elevators.
Now, you mentioned Feed and Grain's online buyer's guide. How does that integrate with Industry Resource Guide?
Yeah, the online buyer's guide is found at feedandgrain.com/product, and it houses thousands of listings for prospective buyers, comprised of companies, products, equipment, and services for the feed, grain, processing, and allied industries. Throughout the year, suppliers send new information to our editors or maybe their feed and grain sales managers, and we upload that information online to the online buyer's guide. So that information actually feeds the print edition. We take what's been published digitally first and essentially take a snapshot, and that's what ends up in our December printed edition. And that's why every product URL or every category QR code that you see in the edition actually links back to our online buyer's guide.
When will readers get their 2022 Industry Resource Guide, and when will it be available digitally?
So this is our December issue, and it'll hit mailboxes by the middle of the month, and it will be available digitally by the end of December. And for anyone who doesn't subscribe, you can go to feedandgrain.com/subscribe to get your copy of the Industry Resource Guide.
Excellent. Well, it was fun guest hosting today, Elise. If you'd like more information about the Industry Resource Guide and about Feed and Grain's online buyer's guide, please visit www.feedandgrain.com/product. Thank you so much, Elise, and thanks to you for tuning in.
Thank you, Jackie.